Good morning, citizens of the world. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy, and my channel is dedicated to discussing a very important topic of savings. Because, well, everyone needs to know how to save and invest. And today we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin bull run that's imminent and my exit plan for when we hit the top. All right, with that said, today's video, right, we're going to talk about, obviously, the evidence for that major bull run that Bitcoin is starting, and non-stop money printing is giving Bitcoin the rocket fuel to take off. We're going to talk about, obviously, my exit plan and do some Bitcoin today, TA, and show you that there is a breakout that's imminent right now here. And it looks like we're going to go a lot higher. We're going to talk about that as well. And finally, I want to talk about Governor Whitmore's removal from office and how we can get her out of office. If there's any kind of evidence that we can do that, I think the Americans should do that to show the government as an example. You want to mess with Americans, they're gonna take you down, right? So because that's just ridiculous. And then we're gonna do questions and answers and right, if you have any questions, right, please leave them in the comment section below. All right, major bull run. Yes, we all know that Bitcoin has done this many times. It's gone all the way down, and then all the way up, and then all the way down, and all the way up again. And this is shown in this graph here. You can see that we've done this many times. This is a logarithmic graph. And it's following the stock to flow ratio. The gray line is the stock to flow ratio, basically showing you how much is coming in supply, and obviously that supply gets as the supply lowers, right, the price goes higher. Now we've hit this blue dot area where this Bitcoin starts to slowly move higher. And we're looking to see, obviously, Bitcoin go up to maybe around 100K in the next little while, in the next 12 to 18 months. We can see that a lot of people are hodling. People are buying the Bitcoins on the exchanges and just taking it and putting them away. And you can see that in the transaction fees are just getting higher and higher. People are withdrawing it from the exchanges and using it to save. And there's just lots of activity going on. So I'm looking forward to a very explosive move in the short term. I mean, anything can happen, but I really think that we're going to see an explosive move in the short term. Of course, we also have the non-stop money printing that's going on, right? The Fed recently came out in 60 Minutes, right, and said that they're buying everything. They're buying all the debt that they possibly can. And you heard that the government's already got you know what, let's spend another $3 trillion and give a bunch of people money. And you know that they're not going to stop there, right? I mean, that's only last until September, and then they're going to need another one, right? They're going to need double that, $6 trillion. So, and the Fed has already said, hey, do that, man. We need to be able to buy up some more debt, right? And they also want to buy all the stocks markets, of course, as well. So they want an ETF so that they can go legally buy stock equities, because the retirees are leaving and they want their money. All right. Also, one Wall Street veteran, I know that I've said that Bitcoin is going to 1.2 million, but I'm not the only one that's talking in the millions here. But I know it's at least going to 100K. Bitcoin's macro setup is setting Bitcoin to 1 million. And yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is really a saver's paradise. I mean, come on. Where can you get 100x gains and over a 5-year period? Nowhere. And I think this is going to be the last time you're going to be able to get that kind of gains. Sure, it's going to go up, Bitcoin, over time, especially when we finally have an ETF. It'll slowly start to move up, but you're never going to see 100x gains again after this next bull run, I think. In my personal opinion, we might go higher, but then I don't think we're going to be able to measure it in dollars anymore. Will it do 100x gains priced in gold? I don't think so. I really don't think so. All right. What is my exit plan, right? What am I planning to do when Bitcoin tops out? Because, we all know that Bitcoin goes crazy, but it also comes back down crazy hard. So what do you plan to do? Buy dollars, right? Well, first off, before we get into that, I want to talk about the ETF. The ETF will be the signal for me to actually get out, because those are the laggards. Those are the people who, like are Peter Schiff's and old people who just don't get the technology, cannot really figure out how to use a computer, cannot really understand, hey, I need to scan this QR code. I need to keep my password. I need to keep this 24-word passphrase. I need to have a password, and there's nobody going to help me if I lose my password. Those kind of people are never going to buy Bitcoin, ever. And so they're going to have to get it only through an ETF, and those are the last people to sell to. And I'm sorry, they're not going to be winners, right? They're going to be the major losers. And so that's where I'm selling. When we get an ETF, I think the ETF will probably mark the top. Not 100% sure, but that's where I'm going. All right. So with that said, when I do sell, right, I'm going to sell it not into dollars, of course. That's ridiculous, especially since they're printing so much of it, and they plan to print more. I'm going to go straight into gold. I'm going to go into a gold-backed cryptocurrency, and I'm going to be researching one and figuring out which one's the best to use. And when I find that, I will share it with my Pandora's Wallet subscribers. They will be the first to know before anyone else. If at all, if you all at all get to know that information. I think I might even keep that just for the subscribers of mine. And then let them know when to get out as well, and then let you guys know that it's time to get out afterwards, because I think it's only fair that people who've paid for their subscription can get the special treatment. All right, now it's time for the TA of the day. Before that, let's talk about Bybit, right? If you're interested in trading, we do some trading on Bybit as well in my special Telegram group. If you subscribe to Pandora's Wallet, you'll get that access to that information. When I get into a trade, when I get out of a trade, and we use Bybit, and Femex on our platform. If you're interested, you could subscribe at bybit.davincij15.com, but and the same with Femex, femex.davincij.com. But I really suggest you take your time to learn how to trade by typing in therationalinvestor.com.davincij15 and learn how to trade properly. You could head over to this school. This is where I learned everything that I know about the TA, and they will teach you as well and treat you right. And you just tell them I sent you, and you'll get $50 off of your subscription to the classes as well. So check that out. Okay, well, let's talk about what's going on. We closed the week in the green. We've had this trend line for a while here, and looks like we're closing up. We closed above it. Doesn't mean we cannot come back in here, but this is looking very, very positive that Bitcoin wants to break out. Now, this could turn into a triple top at the 61.8 and come back down, because we've already seen this story before many times. We come up here and then we dump down. We come up to close to 10,000 and dump back down over and over again. Is this time the breakout time? Well, we will see. I really think it is. I think the odds are in our favor, but there's a lot of pressure, a lot of selling pressure, and you can see it in the market as we go down into the shorter time frame. Right, we've already backed off this 3 times already, but we've created what I think is a nice cup and handle pattern. We've also broke down. So people this is why I don't like breakouts. People who like to hit the breakout, they got burned and they're hurting. So they might have gotten stopped out. But look at that, we are above the 13 EMA. So if we can stay above this 13 EMA on the 4-hour, I really think this thing can go higher and blast off and break to new highs and probably even get up to like 15,000, 16,000. What's interesting though is that on the Bitcoin dominant side, where we're on the altcoins, we've noticed that we're staying above the trend line here, but we just put in a Davo. Well, not just quite yet. It has to close today. Candle on the Bitcoin dominant. So I really think that if this Davo closes, there's a high probability this thing is going to come all the way down. This is not surprising. It might come back down just to touch this bottom of the Bollinger Band and not come into the point of control. Because if it does that, it has to come and retest this bottom down here. So I don't think it's going to go down to the 65% level, which is the point of control. I really think it's probably going to just come just below that, just above that, at 66% level before we go higher. Not surprising that it would break this line, but we'd have to see if it could come back and reclaims that trend line. Okay, we closed the gap just today and this morning, just crazy, just dump all the way down, right? It looked like it wanted to take off, and then boop, no, I wanted to close the gap first, and that's what it's done. All right, so with that said, I want to talk about Governor Whitmore, right? I mean, if you haven't seen this, right, please check it out. There's link is in the description below, and this story is heartbreaking. How this governor has just become completely against people's rights. And I don't know, I think you guys have some something in the United States called the Constitution, and it ensures that you have those rights. And when this governor tried to stop this barber from actually opening up his store, right? She tried to go through the judge and failed. And then what she did was took away his barber's license. And effectively, that just shows that your government has become tyrannical and basically governments are designed to be instituted to protect you and protect your rights. And if they've stopped doing that, I'm sure you can go to a court and say, hey, listen, you know what? I think it's time that we need to change this government through legal means. The only other way is through violent means. So I think she has clearly demonstrated that she is against the what's it called, our personal liberties and personal rights. And so do you want us to be violent and go to war? No, it doesn't make any sense. So let's remove this woman through legal means, because hey, she has gone she's gone beyond crazy, okay, trying to do just to stop a man from running a barber shop. I mean, come on, lady, what's wrong with you? You have some serious problems. Anyways, if there's any kind of like charitable fund to support a legal way of getting rid of this woman, I will definitely support it. So let me know. You know what? Honestly, I want to look at you guys and tell you guys that, listen, this is how they're going to destroy people, the American public. This is the plan. They're going to make sure that you either live off of them, so that when it becomes a point where, hey, we need to stop Bitcoin because, hey, this is destroying you're not going to get a check, basically. This is destroying us. You're not going to get a check. They're going to do that. They want you to live off of them so that you will vote for whatever they want to do. And it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's going to destroy more liberties, more personal freedom, and take wealth from everyone else and give it to the top few. And so you have to stop this right here and now. This is the plan. So make sure you have Bitcoin, make sure you have gold, and make sure you have land, that you learn how to farm and take care of yourself, because they will make it impossible for you to take care of yourself, so that you will have to become begging to them. And that's the plan. And so people who think they're going into debt and think that they're going to get hyperinflated away, you're not. So don't even think it. All right. So before we go into the Q&A, I want you to head over and hit the subscribe and the bell button below, and also click the more button to find out where my backup channel is. It's at liberty.tv at DaVinciJ15:1F. Don't know why they have it that way. I think I'm gonna probably change that link so that it's like something simpler, like lbry.davincij15.com, because that's just ridiculous. And yeah, you can find out all my affiliate links in the description below. All right, now questions of the day. Remember to leave your questions in the comment sections below, because I would like to answer your questions. All right, Ivar Barthon. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't. I've had some serious problems with that. Anyways, what's the difference between BTC and its forks, such as Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin Cash? How is it decided which Bitcoin will be the official Bitcoin after a fork? By official, I mean the one with the highest market cap. Well, the one you choose. That's a quick answer to that one. Basically, it's whatever the highest market cap is, whatever people are buying, right? I mean, if people started buying more into Bitcoin Cash, it would have a higher market cap, because a lot of people would be going that way. And if people are putting all their money into Bitcoin Cash, of course, its market cap will go up. Since people are not doing that, its market cap is not going up. What your real question is probably not the market cap, because it's just anyone who wants to purchase them. You choose whichever Bitcoin is the real Bitcoin, basically. But how do you say? The real question probably is, how do you know that you're on the real Bitcoin? And really, the only way you can do that is by your own choice, your own personal choice. Even if you go and choose Bitcoin Cash and say that that's a real Bitcoin, well, guess what? That's the real Bitcoin to you, and you should stick to it. And that's that. Don't worry about any other Bitcoin except the one that you choose. All right? And that's the most important thing. And that's what freedom's all about, is making your own personal choice on what is right and what is wrong. Okay. Super googly with the recent failure of Binance and Coinbase during the crashes. How do we make sure that we can sell a major position in BTC or convert it to Tether without hiccups once it hits individual moon targets? Okay. All right. What's the uptime for Binance and Coinbase? Is it 50%? Is it more than 50%? Yes, right? It's more than 50%. So that means there's a 50% chance you'll be able to sell in one, either not today, maybe tomorrow, right? And when Bitcoin does decide to go down and you want to get out, exit your position, it's not going to go down overnight. Right? So you will get a chance to sell. Just who cares if one day you try to log in and you can't, and then it's another day you can log in and you'll be able to sell. If you're worried about selling immediately at that point in time, you are doing this wrong. You are trading. You are panic selling, right? And not selling. You're not planning your sell orders. You are just jumping in. You're just exiting your position in a panic, and that's not how you do things. So you never need to worry about that. If you're a long-term investor, don't worry about it at all. I see Bitcoin at $1 million, and I don't see it going down to $100,000 overnight. All right, well, thank you all for watching. And you know what? I'm just so glad, so happy that finally with Bitcoin I can save for retirement, and I know I'll be able to buy more. Thus, my labor has been preserved. I'm so excited about that. And I hope you are too. Cheers, people.